after reading the book by Seicho Matsumoto, Inspector Imanishi Investigate, this is kind of a new title of the original book of Sand Castle, the Sand Castle, or the Vessel of Sand, or something like that. And that is the original Japanese title of the book. And when I was in Japan, before I came to the US, I came to US 1976, but this film was released about 1974, and I saw it when I was there, and one of the most gratifying, satisfying film, a Japanese film. Around that time, I think most people prefer a foreign film, American, French, Italian films, but the Japanese film industry was kind of down a little bit. And so this particular big movie came out, everyone went to see it, and it was like a very, very emotional, beautiful movie with music and sceneries and everything that appealed to the common Japanese people, I would say. And so that was 1975-ish, I would say. So that image was very, very strong. Then I read the book just a couple of weeks ago here, and that's the English translation book, new translation, I would say, because of the new titles and everything. And so I really enjoyed it, but I felt like a kind of a disjointed memories, and when I saw the movie, I still vividly remember that particular movie, but the book was more or less like I don't know, it's everywhere. It's going from one place to the other, and this crime perpetrator wasn't divulged until the last part of the book. And so meantime that the book goes to like a first suspect, second suspect, and lots of other death and suicides and all these things coming in there. So the book, well, kind of a big contents and interesting, but I think maybe the movie was more well organized and well trimmed, maybe. So I felt like I should watch that again, and I watched it. And the Criterion channel has this particular movie, wonderful movie there, and I watched it, and it's very, very emotional, and my love of Japanese scenery, especially countryside, mountainous scenery, was beautiful, and also all the traveling by train. Traveling by train had been, I would say, most popular traveling form for Japanese people, because trains everywhere that goes to countryside, mountainsides, and everywhere. So that particular feeling of buying ekiben, which is a lunch at the station, and eat inside the train riding, and sleeping in the train, and it takes a long, long time. This is before the bullet train, so it's a very long, long ride, but I think at the same time relaxing, because you are just sitting there enjoying the scenery coming from the window of the train. So that particular sentiment is there in the movie. And the movie is, I understand, is like for like a 10 or 12 years planning, and I think a major film company kind of turned down because it's very messy project and everything. And so this guy who is a writer, the script writer, Shinobu Hashimoto, took this particular project by his own and made this film. And I understand now that particular approach was more or less like needed for this particular project to go on, because yeah, indeed this particular book is very, not, filmable for the film. And Kurosawa, as a matter of fact, was kind of telling Hashimoto, you have to cut down this part. You have so many things going on there. You have to discard all those stuff, and you have to go more, basic storylines, culminating to the end. But Hashimoto kind of listened to that, and also Yoji Yamada was helping him to write the script. And I'm not sure that Hashimoto's writing or the Yoji Yamada's writing, but film script is very pleasing for, I think, everybody is watching the movies. They feel like a very pleasing approach there. In the film, this perpetrator of the crime was very early on introduced, against the book that which was toward the end. Only toward the end it diverged. But now this movie is already know that people, audience knows who is the crime perpetrator. And so the rest of the film is that why this guy has to commit the crime there. And that particular thing is, I think, mostly the reason why this particular movie become a big film. And it's about this particular guy who I would say that had a hard time in the growing up. The body was found, but his face was smashed. And so, first of all, you have to find out who is this guy, and that took for a while to find out. So the movie goes various places to find who this one, and sooner or later they found this son of this guy, and he kind of came to Tokyo to identify this particular the dead body. And so this particular person already who died, and so you kind of investigate what this particular person's behavior. But he used to be a policeman in the countryside, and so the police, Imanishi, I would say, goes to this country area, the very small village, I would say, and to find out what kind of a person who this the person who did the police work there. But everybody he interviewed said that this police guy was a very nice person, a very taking care of all these people around that area, and to the extent that normally people wouldn't do. He helped lots of people. And so police detective was kind of confused why this guy has to be killed. And so that's when it came out, the particular boy and father. Father has leprosy, and boy was about, the son was about 5 or 6 years old at the time. They kind of wonders there. They are traveling pilgrims type of people, and going around the different area, and to because they couldn't live with this father's condition in that particular village, so they have to go around like a beggar type of thing, that they go around the houses of different village, different town. But when they came to this particular policeman resides, I think a policeman took a pity on this particular couple, and so he decided to take this boy with him, and also put this particular guy who was leprosy inflicted, took him to the institution. And but soon after, the particular boy kind of escaped, because he was probably used to it, this wandering life with father, and he really missed the father. Those love relationship was depicted. Last probably, this particular film is about 2 hours or more than 2 hours, I don't know, but describe this relationship with father and son, going all over the countryside of Japan, a beautiful countryside, mostly green, but in the springtime there's the flowers, cherry blossoms, and this winter time the snow, cold snow falling, but they walk around all over the place like that with very, very meager means of life. And so I think that's where this particular film took off, because I think most people who watch the movie is very, very affected by this particular father and son relationship, love relationship, and hard life. The boy was still like 5 or 6 years old, but he was a very, very smart kid. And so I think that's when the last maybe 45 minutes to 1 hour maybe dedicated to this particular depiction of roaming this couple. And also the film was clever to introduce these bits and pieces of this guy. The boy grew up as an adulthood and became like a composer, and I think conductor, as well as the player, the pianist, I would say, and playing his own composition. And he was then a very, very big, successful musician there. And so that part described there, he was having a concert, was his own composition, titled like a Destiny, and playing that. That particular music is like a piano concerto type of thing. To me, it's like a more or less like a combination Shostakovich and the Rachmaninoff piano concerto. And so it's a very, very emotional music, and very well used for the particular 1 hour period of the movie, last 1 hour. Including the particular last 1 hour is that this Imanishi explaining why he has to commit this crime, and he was asking for the permit for arresting him. And so like a whole bunch of 20 or 30 other policemen was listening that Imanishi was explaining why he committed crime. And Imanishi was also, very emotional to explain this because sometimes, taken by this emotions and crying or something. And so that particular part, Imanishi's explanations to the other police department and this guy playing the big concert piano music there, piano and the symphony together, concerto type of music, and a very, very successful concert. And then his memories of this father and son traveling all over the countryside of Japan, a beautiful countryside of Japan. So that particular part became a very, very successful depiction of the particular story. And that's when I think it's become a huge, huge success. And I remember when I saw it, and I wanted to see it again after reading books again. So I saw that already twice after reading books. A couple of weeks ago I finished reading, but I saw the movie twice. The movie is available in the Criterion channel, and otherwise I'm not sure how you can see it. You can find a DVD somewhere, but I think that's rare in this country. This particular film is not that internationally popular, but everybody who had a small child growing up, or with a father or mother, kind of identified a particular feeling there. And so, yeah, I think that's when they hit the audience heart, viewer's heart. And so that's why this particular film is very, very popular. Even today, it's very popular among Japanese people. I think this is a very interesting film. I want you to see them. It's a Criterion series. I think you can watch there.